Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James. Happy Friday to you. It's October 1st, end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. One of my favorite times of year, guys. October brings Halloween here in the US, Oktoberfest, right? Pretty much everywhere else in the world. Okay, so happy October to you guys. We finished up a great month of September. Had a wonderful early fall, right? September is kind of that transitional month. We got half the month of September is in the summertime. The second half of September's in the fall. And so, of course, October, November, and the first 3 weeks of December, guys, this is the best time to be a trader. This is the best time to be a trader right now, guys. Are you with me? Let's see what happened today. Now, before we talk about the trades we took today, guys, I want to remind you guys, there's a bunch of free stuff on our blog. Our blog has all kinds of freebies on it, guys, and you want to focus your attention on trade room resources. In the upper right-hand corner, right? Click up top here, upper right-hand corner. Okay, you want to click on trade room resources. All right, trade room resources, all kinds of different topics. If you hear me say something in the room, and if you have questions about that term or that technique, chances are good you can find that technique description on the trade room resources section of the blog. You can also see our Twitter page, our YouTube page, right? You get live support there as well, and you can follow us on the blog that we get all the new stuff that's added in real time. All right, guys, so use the blog. Lots of free stuff in the blog for you guys. If you're a member, obviously, it's all, of course, detailed out in the advanced course. But if you're a guest, you're trying to find some more info about how we trade in the live trade room, the blog is a great spot for you. Let's see here, 2, 4, what's that? 2, 4, 5 trades today. Kind of a slow day. It was a Friday. Right, we took 96 ticks out of the market, 960 USD. As always, we trade pretty much anything that moves. So we traded the Russell, the gold, and finished up here on Crude this morning. 96 ticks, 960. That brings our monthly total, our weekly total, and our daily total to 960 USD. Now look here, guys, in the lower left-hand corner here. Right now we did 33,000 in July, 26,000 in August, and then we only traded half the month of September. Right, I took a good week and a half off. And of course, 17,000 in September. So guys, we are doing so well here right now in the room. Only 4 contracts. That's all it takes to trade with us, guys. And really, to get started with this, you don't need more than $1,000 in your account, guys. This isn't trading stocks. This isn't trading Forex. We're trading futures. High leverage, little bits of risk, right? High percentage patterns. I only need 1,000 USD in my account to get started with me, guys. So come out and join us tomorrow, well, Monday morning, I guess, as a trial guest or as a lifetime advance member. All right, let's see how we're doing here. What's the most important thing that happened today? Well, Fridays are always hit or miss. Now, I always think that Fridays are usually pretty good for us. Now, of course, that may just be excited for the weekend, right? But we tend to have pretty good Fridays. Fridays are hit or miss because volume's always kind of the concern, right? The same reason why you and I want to get out of here, right, and go have some fun this weekend is the same reason why other traders are trying to wrap things up early as well. Not to mention, a lot of traders may take Fridays off, right, get a little jump start on the weekend, which means Fridays can be hit or miss, especially if we have something early the following week that people may be waiting for. Big news event, right? Maybe it's OPEX. Okay, whatever is happening, maybe it's a holiday next week. Okay, whatever the situation is, Fridays can be kind of hit or miss. But we usually have pretty good Fridays here when we do trade. So obviously Fridays hit or miss. Didn't know what to expect. Had a pretty good day though. Dollar broke new lows. That was the big thing this morning. Now the dollar kind of threw us a curveball a little bit, right? The dollar had a wide side, right? A wide range. It broke new lows. So it was an outside day, which kind of threw us for a curveball because usually when the dollar drops, it's not going to go sideways like it did today. Okay, but it went sideways, which gave us some early moves, and then things started to trail off towards the middle of the morning. Now, probably the best trade today was that failed breakout in the Russell, right? That was a picture-perfect example of how the Russell broke the highs. We see nothing but big sellers, so we sell the highs. We play the reversal off those highs. That was a great winner there. And we also introduced, well, didn't really introduce it. We talk about this all the time, but we actually did a webinar on this today on the token print. Now we saw a token print, which is really just a 1 or 2 tick higher high, and then the reversal. We'll talk more about that though in training next week. But the token print, guys, if you were there today with it, we saw a token print opportunity on the gold, which was an easy reversal off the highs for our second winner of the day. Okay, as of the second trade of the day, we took 2 reversals off the highs, one on the Russell, one on the gold. All right, and both of them were winners. And then finally, Crude got going below the magic number, right? What was it? 87, 88 level, something like that? We'll show you guys in a second. But when Crude broke that magic right, that magic level at 10 o'clock this morning, we had our third winning trade of the day. So we had 1, 2, 3 winners before 10 o'clock. And guys, on a Friday morning, 3 winners before 10 o'clock, guys, right, I'm starting to get the barbecue warmed up, right, because it's weekend time. So we did really well by getting the money in our pocket early. Dollar went sideways late in the morning, and just like a typical Friday, people got out from behind their desks a little bit early, and we did our webinar today. So great day in the room, right? Lots of money being made this week, and we finished up a great week this week. Let's take a look at the dollar, though, today. Okay, here's the dollar. Now, guys, remember, what are some of the most important things I look at on the dollar? One of the first things to look at is comparing my trading range. Here's a trading range on Wednesday, right? There's Thursday. And then here's Friday, right? There's my trading ranges. Now there's a couple things, right? Couple things that I look for here. Is it an inside or an outside day? Now we had 3 reasons to be pretty excited about trading this morning. Okay, whether or not those 3 reasons actually made us a bunch of money or not, that was to be determined. But we knew this morning at 8 o'clock this morning, we knew we had 3 things. First of all, you can see we're trading below, right? Below the range from yesterday. That makes this an outside day. Okay, second thing is we're making new lows, right? Whenever the dollar's moving, everything else is moving. So that's the second thing we looked for. And don't forget, how is the width of the trading range, right? See how wide this trading range is? Look at the trading range today. It's about the same as it was yesterday. But then look at the day before that. See that trading range before that? Very narrow. Okay, so narrow trading ranges, right? Narrow ranges like we saw up top here on Wednesday. Those are very challenging days on any market, not just the dollar. Then as the range widens, right, that becomes a lot easier for us to trade with. So I'm looking at 3 things this morning. The first thing, am I trading outside of the range from yesterday? Check. Yes, I am. Second thing, am I making new highs or new lows? Is it a moving market? Check. That's the second thing. And the third thing was, what was the width of the trading range? Because guys, remember, we may be trading at new lows. We may be outside the trading day before that, but we may have a real tiny, narrow trading range, right? I want them to be a wide trading range. I've got a narrow trading range here. So we had a wide trading range today, which told us the third thing. That was what we were really excited about, was that wide trading range. Now, this is what it looked like. And remember, guys, one of the keys to your success as a day trader, identify the personality at the beginning, and then you can watch the personality change throughout the entire day, right? Makes sense? If I meet you for the first time right now, okay, you can't really make too much assumption about my personality. But if you saw me today, and then you saw me tomorrow, and we talked on Sunday, and we had lunch on Tuesday, right? You'd be able to see the changes in my personality. But guys, if you only meet me once, and we only spend about 5 minutes together, how are you going to see my personality, specifically how that personality changes? Okay, so we want to look at the dollar first. The dollar at the open, right, 8 o'clock, 7:30 this morning, was moving down, wide trading range. Now, what happened though? Because what happened was the personality changes, right? Like every market, the personality changes. We get good price action in the morning, bad price action in the afternoon. What happens? Something changes that causes the personality to shift. Now what happened was, even though we did have this moving market, the dollar made a little bit lower low here, but then ended up going sideways. So what happened this morning was, like we usually see, if the dollar makes new lows, right, we got the markets moving. We got lots of trading opportunities. But when the dollar goes sideways, that's when everything else goes sideways. So what happened this morning was, we open up our charts, 8 o'clock, we see a lot of movement to the downside in the dollar. That means everything else is moving around. Then late in the morning, no more lower lows, right? We're not seeing all that movement anymore in the dollar. The personality of the dollar now changes, which means I now need to be aware of that, right? Keep my eyes on the dollar. Once the personality shifts, I now know I need to apply that change to the rest of my markets, which is why we took a bunch of good trades early in the morning. And then we didn't really see very much late in the morning because the dollar had gone flat. Identify the personality, watch how that personality changes throughout the entire day. It's not just the dollar, guys. It's also any other market you trade. The dollar is where I start because that's the fundamental market mover, right? The dollar is the market maker out there. That's what moves the rest of the markets. All right, guys? So dollar told us right away, get ready for some good opportunities. But later on in the morning, that personality changed, and of course, we had to change with it.